Well, now the news now, and the Israeli media reports have made a new revelation about the October 7th attack, and it does not look good for the Israeli forces. The new document claims Israel's intelligence bureaus and defense forces had complete knowledge of Hamas's October 7th assault, and they planned to take hostages weeks before it happened. The document was compiled by the Israeli military's Gaza division and was made available to top intelligence officials as early as 19th of September 2023. That is 3 weeks before the October 7th attack. The end-to-end raid training document flagged threats that included raiding the kibbutz and Israeli military posts by Hamas militants, the kidnapping of Israeli civilians and soldiers, and the prospect of people being taken captive in Gaza. However, the document was not acted upon, and what followed was one of the largest intelligence failures in Israel's history. Israel's over-reliance on its security barrier hoaxed the forces into believing that a breach will be impossible. Clearly, the barrier failed during the assault, and the security oversight came with a price. On October 7th, thousands of Hamas militants stormed Israeli territories, killing 1,200 Israeli and foreign nationals and taking over 250 hostages. 120 captives still remain in Hamas's captivity. The revelation came on a day the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu dissolved his war cabinet amid growing protests. Meanwhile, U.S. Special Envoy Amos Hochstein met with the Israeli President Isaac Herzog and the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in Jerusalem to advance efforts to avoid further escalation between Israel and Lebanon.
Any questions regarding Amos Hochstein, the proposals should be put to the White House. Amos Hochstein is, of course, President Biden's and the White House's envoy. Look, we want this to be resolved either diplomatically or militarily. The current state of affairs is not a sustainable reality. 5,000 rockets raining down on our north, making the north uninhabitable. This is not a sustainable reality.
Envoy Amos Hochstein later headed to Beirut, where he met the Lebanese caretaker prime minister, holding discussions on ways to find a diplomatic solution to bring stability in the region. And for the very latest on this, our correspondent Jody Cohen sent us this report. Listen in.
According to a media report citing anonymous sources, a few weeks before Hamas's 7th of October attack on Israel, Israeli intelligence had suspicions of Hamas's plans. However, this intelligence was reportedly dismissed by senior intelligence officials. The state controller's probe into the failures that led up to the 7th of October is expected to be completed once the war is over. Meanwhile, US envoy Amos Hochstein has been holding meetings in Israel regarding talks for a ceasefire with Hamas and Hezbollah. An Israeli negotiator has suggested that if Hamas doesn't agree to the proposed deal, the fighting would continue. The White House has suggested that the biggest stumbling block to a deal is Hamas, but that they believe avoiding war on Israel's northern border is possible. This is Jody Cohen for WION World is One.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.